and welcome to the RS Tech Talk. I am your host, Miguel Gudino from RS Americas, and in today's episode, we have our special guests from Molex, where they're going to be talking about their BradPower solutions, which is a modular power distribution system, and their Ultra-Lock, which is their push-to-lock M12 solutions. So before we get started, Thomas, Sean, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves to our viewers and tell us what you do at Molex.
Hey everyone, my name is Thomas Ericks, and I am a product manager in our Industrial Solutions business unit at Molex, and I focus on BradPower and other power distribution systems.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean McGaughy. I'm a new product development product manager. We're at the Industrial Solutions business unit at Molex.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you for being here, Sean and Thomas. Really excited to talk about BradPower and Ultra-Lock. So to kick off, I know Molex is very well known for their connector portfolio, right? So what is the Molex BradPower and why was it developed?
Yeah, so BradPower is a power distribution system, like you mentioned, and it consists of 3 different sizes that allow for this system to be very modular and connected. Okay. It was originally actually developed for the U.S. Postal Service.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they used to be in their sorting facilities that everything had to be hardwired, whether it was motor power, any kind of power that was being distributed had to be hardwired. So if anything went wrong, anything went down, you had to bring in an electrician who would have to come in and fix it. Yeah. So sometimes that would take days, if not weeks, to get fixed, and you have a lot of downtime for those sorting facilities then. So we actually worked with the National Electric Code, so the U.S. government, to change that code to allow for a connectorized system, and then BradPower was born.
Okay, awesome. Well, really nice fun fact that it was initially developed for the USPS. Would have not guessed that.
Yeah.
So now that we know what it is, what are some other applications for BradPower and what can it be used for?
Yeah, so BradPower can be used really anything that has any kind of either motor power or higher power that needs to be distributed throughout a system. So that could be anything such as like conveyor belts, material handling, anything like that, like packaging, other machine lines, a lot of different automation, manufacturing, and just moving things around. So it can be used in lots of different ways. We even have like HVAC and other portable lighting systems that BradPower is used for, just because some of those require the higher current.
So pretty much key point for me is that it's very versatile, the BradPower solution. So really good to hear that Molex was able to cover a different type of areas for the BradPower solutions. So now, what would you say are the main components for the BradPower?
Yep, so BradPower is actually made of 3 different sizes. We have our M35, M29, and M22. So the M35 is our standard power drop. It goes up to 32 amps. The M29 goes to 25 amps, and then the M22 goes all the way up to 15 amps. So a lot of times you have your main receptacle. Receptacles are going to be plugged into the main power source or onto the actual device itself. And connected to that is going to be some kind of cord set or patch cord. That's going to be transferring all the power through the system. And a lot of times it's going to be connected to a T. So you'll have your M35, 32 amps going in one side and continuing out the other side, and then either an M35 or an M22 dropping down to distribute that 15 amps of power for that specific motor or any kind of power application. So it's all made of those core parts, and then we do have a few accessories here and there that allow for safety applications and things like that, making sure that things are mated correctly and protected from accidental disconnection. Yeah, so things like that.
Okay, well, hopefully our viewers got a little bit of a good idea of the options that BradPower is able to offer for their different type of applications. Sounds very versatile for different type of situations. Now, something I know is that customers might need to know about the safety and environmental regulations. So can you talk about how BradPower is able to cover these regulations and why it's suitable for so many different situations?
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, we are actually written into the National Electric Code, so we follow that, but we also follow lots of other internationally recognized standards, such as UL 2237, IEC standards, as well as CSA and a few others that allow BradPower to be used globally.
Awesome. Well, really great to know that BradPower is able to cover these regulation and harsh environments for what our customers might need. Now, Sean, let's go ahead and move on to the Molex push-pull M12 solution, which is the Ultra-Lock, which I know you focus on. What is it and why was it developed?
Sure. So our focus here at Molex is really to help solve our customers' problem by inventing innovative solutions. The Ultra-Lock, or as it's better known in the market, the push-to-pull, or push-pull, sorry, it was actually developed in 2005 for the industrial harsh environments and also in hard-to-reach places. The original intent of the product really was to create a quick disconnect M12 product line for sensors, actuators, and other control devices.
Awesome.
Which would help drastically reduce time to mate and also provide a watertight radial seal.
Okay. Well, really nice to know that Molex is striving to create this value for its customers. So is Molex push-pull M12 solutions unique to the market, or is it compatible to a specific standard out there?
Sure. Actually, Molex's push-pull Ultra-Lock was actually invented by Molex, and it has since been adopted by many other connector manufacturers.
Okay, awesome.
It's now an IEC standard, in which guarantees intermutability between all the different connector manufacturers that have push-pull.
Okay, awesome. Well, really good to hear that it's very versatile and it could actually mix in with other parties' connectors, especially when you're in a tight spot and customers need something real quick. They need an alternative. So really good to know that they're compatible with others. So where would you say that the Ultra-Lock push-pull solution is being used today?
Sure. So I mean, we have the Ultra-Lock push-pull solution is currently implemented in all of our, not all of our, most of our M12 products. We're looking actually to, in the near future, to implement it in all of our M12 product line. It's in applications ranging from the harsh environments of commercial vehicle all the way up to telecommunications. I mean, we're actually actively working to implement it on some of our higher M22 and M35 power solution units.
Okay, awesome.
So, I mean, currently, some of the main markets we see right now are food and beverage, just because of the IP69K rating.
Right, of course.
And with the harsh requirements that they have for hose down. And we also see it in the automotive and material handling because there's a lot of connection points for the M12 there. And really that's because of the reduced installation time.
Okay, awesome.
And so actually the Ultra-Lock is about 8 times on average, 8 times faster than the standard M12 threaded product is, which adds up, you know, in time as there's a lot of M12 connection points in those applications. So, you know, I really actually like to demonstrate the difference between the Ultra-Lock and the standard M12.
All right, yeah, well, let's get to it.
So here's the M12 standard threaded. Oh, let's see. So as you can see on the left side, the standard M12 threaded takes a lot longer than the Ultra-Lock you see on the right side. That was in line when I said about 8 times faster.
Well, thank you for that, Sean. Really great examples that you gave out on the Ultra-Lock. I know our customers really appreciate knowing when to use these and also a demonstration on that particular part there or system. Now, that is pretty much all the questions I had for both of y'all. But before we sign out, where would you recommend our viewers to learn a little bit more about Molex products?
So I recommend going to just www.molex.com. They can see all of our product offerings and additional documentation on everything we discussed today and more.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. Well, any final thoughts?
I just want to thank you and RS for hosting us, and I hope the customers out there, you guys were able to learn something today. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Sean and Thomas. Really appreciate both of your times here to learn more about the BradPower solutions and the Ultra-Lock for our viewers. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. Remember to check out RS and Molex for your future connectivity applications, and we'll catch you next time on the RS Tech Talk.